Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Sunday night. Thanks for joining in tonight here as we get a big game 4 in store for the series. The Indiana Pacers up 2-1 in the series on their home floor tonight, the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Massive game here. The Cleveland Cavaliers bounce back in a big way. They were in danger going down 0-3 in the last game, but bounce back, winning 126-104. Everybody fully healthy for this game for Cleveland. Everybody good to go for Indiana, besides Isaiah Jackson going into this one. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Welcome back, everybody, tonight, and let us know who you guys want to win this one here today, Pacers or Cavs, and what should be another great game in the series. James, George, Pleasant Hill, Neesim, welcome in for this one here tonight. And Evan Mobley, a strong game coming back after missing one game due to injury, just completely changing everything for the Defensive Player of the Year out there for the Cavs. The defensive anchor, double-double, 18 points, 13 rebounds. And Cleveland, which they were getting torched defensively, their first 2 games of the series, locked up the Pacers in game number 3 on Friday night. Pacers had scored 121 and 120 in the first 2 games of the series, and then limited to just 104 during the last game. Of the game that the Cavs came out, they played hungry, and they were up by 15 points at one point in the first quarter. Indiana came back, tied it up at 32 at the end of the first quarter, but then the Cavs just kept on pushing up the score once again, knowing that they needed to get past this Pacers team and pick up a win, and their defense really just was able to light the fire to start off rally there in the game. Second, third, and fourth quarter looked excellent for Cleveland as they took the game by storm, 126-104 on Friday night. And Indiana, a team that had been shooting 50% plus in the first 2 games, was limited to just 44% from the floor in the last game at just 9 for 30 from three-point range. Cleveland went with a 3-2 zone defense that really just flustered Indiana. Indiana was all out of sorts, and for the Pacers tonight, if you want to bounce back, go up 3-1 in the series, Tyrese Halliburton needs to be a major offensive factor. He did nothing during the last game. 4 points, 30 minutes, 2 for 8 shooting. Aaron Nesmith had 2 great games to start off the series. He had just 7 points. They had a lot of guys struggle during the last matchup. Nembhard was limited to just 10 points. It's basically Benedict Mathurin that led the way. He had 23, a team high for Indiana. And then on the other side, Donovan Mitchell just putting up legendary numbers in this series. 43 points. He's averaging 41 points per game in this series so far, which is just unheard of. And in the playoffs, just incredible what Spida Mitchell has done. 43 points after he had a 48-point game the game previous to that. Basically, like almost an identical game for his shooting splits. Last game on Friday night, he went 14 for 29 shooting. The game prior to that, he went 15 for 30 from the floor. And he struggled from 3 during the previous game that they lost in Game 2. This game, the last game on Friday, he made 5 threes for Mitchell, and getting a lot of help out of Max Strus as well. He had 20. He's had 2 excellent games in a row, and when they get 2 guys, that's basically like the 2 bigs out there, this series could come down to rebounds. Jared Allen, 19 points, 12 rebounds. Evan Mobley, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Those double bigs for Cleveland, that's the difference in this series, because Indiana's a lot smaller. They lack that rim protection. They ranked bottom 5 in the NBA in rebounds allowed to opponents per game this season, and that was the major difference in the last game. Cleveland, a plus 19 in the glass, 56-37. And Cleveland, multiple second chance points that they scored as they led the offensive rebounds 18-4. That could determine the series. Bradley, welcome back in, man. He's getting ready for Spida Mitchell to go off tonight. Daniel, glad to have you back in. Jeffrey, welcome back in. Hey, best of luck there. Karaoke looks like tonight for Jeffrey. That's awesome, bud. Best of luck there tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be a fun Celtics game. Celtics looking to make it 2-2 tomorrow. Cavs looking to see if they can make it 2-2 tonight. And already a strong start here in the chat. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This game is on TNT, so I believe we're going to tip off in around, I think like 3-4 minutes from now. Usually TNT is quick tip-off times that they have or so. Let's see, Harry. I'm going to familiarize myself to these opponents here that they got. Probably the Chiefs. Probably going to be a Super Bowl rematch. Yeah, they get Kansas City. That's a road game, though. Actually not, because it's usually banner night is at home that they would start it off. So it's probably going to be the Lions then. Yeah, the Lions are a home game for Philadelphia, it looks like. So I'm just looking at what their opponents are. Likelihood, they get Washington home and away. That could be a possibility for Washington. I see Detroit, though, since it would be a home game for Philadelphia that they would start things off to raise the banner. Detroit, they're playing at Kansas City, so that wouldn't. LA Rams, that would be an interesting one too. They did pretty well last season for the Rams. They host the Rams at home, so that could be another opportunity. How I see them in orders: the Lions, the Commanders, and then the Rams for those 3 teams. I think it's going to be Detroit. Yeah, NFL schedule is supposed to be coming up the 14th. So this coming Wednesday. So midweek this week is supposed to be released. Oh, cool. That's awesome. You get a Blue Wrench as well for that channel there, Jeffrey. Here we go. I'm going to go over my top 5 picks of the night right now, just a couple minutes before tip-off. Spida Mitchell keeps on delivering. This is what I like out of tonight here. Donovan Mitchell over 30.5 points. Until the Pacers defense can stop this man, I'm going to just keep on plugging the over for Spida Mitchell. He is averaging 41 points per game in the series. That is unheard of. 33 points in Game 1, 48 points in Game 2, 43 in Game 3 for Mitchell. Nobody has been able to provide an answer to stop him for the Pacers defense. I've got Mitchell going off until otherwise. Benedict Mathurin over 12.5 points. He had a team-high 23 during the last game. 19 points in the previous game before that. He's looked really good. 12 for 21 shooting in the last 2 games. 14 for 15 at the free throw line. Really driving, putting the pressure on the Cavs defense, getting to the charity stripe for Mathurin. He plays with that it type of factor for for him. I like him hit the over 12.5 points tonight. Max Strus, been an X factor recently from the perimeter. I've got him over 10.5 points. He doubled that in the last 2 games, averaging 16.7 points per game of the series, 23 points in game 2, 20 points in game 3. I like Strus to hit his over tonight. Max Strus over 2.5 made threes. He's averaging 3.3 made threes in the playoffs. That is tied for a team high alongside Donovan Mitchell. 42.6% from three-point range by Max Strus. I like him to drill 3 threes or greater in this game. He's done that in 5 out of the 7 playoff games so far this season. And then Evan Mobley over 10.5 rebounds completely changes everything out on the floor. He is the defensive anchor for this Cleveland Cavaliers team, the defensive player of the year for a reason. He's averaging 12 rebounds per game this season against Indiana. He's hit the over in 3 out of those 4 games. And the rebounds, the only game he didn't was the one that he got injured in game number 1, where he slightly went below that with 10 rebounds. But nevertheless, he had a team high 13 rebounds on Friday night in the last game. And this series could come down to the lack of rim protection by the Pacers, and also lack of aggressiveness by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton, 4 points during the last game. He needs to start scoring at will. Pacers need to start boxing out and rebounding much better to have a chance in the series to get out-rebounded 56-37 on the glass on Friday. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, the starting 5 for Cleveland, going up against Indiana's starting 5, Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. About to start off here. Pacers on their home floor at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. White jerseys going with the City Edition uniforms once again for Indiana, with that turquoise blue Indy out in the front with the kind of like the word art type of graphic that they have there for the lettering for Indiana. And Cleveland goes in the black uniforms tonight with a logo out in the front of the jerseys, the gold numbers, gold letters in the back. Alex, welcome back in. Good evening out to you, man. A lot of Pacers fans pouring in here, looking for Indiana to win this one right now for a lot of people in the chats. Yeah, that was a fun game last night. I was shocked to see Golden State hang in that game. They almost beat Minnesota, and then Ant-Man, the final 5 minutes, just completely took over in the Warriors collapse. We are underway, and the Cavs control the opening tip. Road teams are 6-0 in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs right now. Garland lost the handle far side of the floor. Turnover. Siakam comes out with a steal outlet pass ahead of the pack. Great start by Tyrese Halliburton as he dunks it down with a 2-handed flush. Needed that out of Halliburton. Sprinting back behind the defense there off the steal by Siakam. That's how we start off the game. Second possession, Cleveland looking for a better possession here. Strus launches a 3 off the back of no good. Rebound cleaned up by Nesmith. And a loose ball foul to a charge to Cleveland. So a push from behind. That's called on Darius Garland. Second possession now for Indiana. Trying to see if they can crack the code of this zone defense tonight. Displayed by the Cavs. Siakam lob down low. Entry pass off to Nesmith. Nesmith double team. Kick out corner. Turner guarded by Mobley at the right wing. Bounce pass deflected, and right back it goes to Halliburton. Almost stolen by Cleveland. Couldn't convert on the steal down. The open 3 is good by Aaron Nesmith. 5-0 Pacers. Pacers playing with that resiliency factor, looking to bounce back tonight here. Mobley at the top. Mobley pops up for the 3. Mobley's 3 right down the middle. Got it. Evan Mobley cans a triple from the perimeter, and they steal the inbound as well. Mitchell dribbles. Mitchell drives downhill. Gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line by Donovan Mitchell as a shooting foul charged to Aaron Nesmith. Wow, we've had a couple issues off the inbound so far in this game with these two teams botching possession. Spida Mitchell joining just LeBron James in NBA playoff history with 40-plus back-to-back point games in the playoffs. 2 free throws here by Mitchell. First one's good. We could have a ton of points tonight in this game. We're just getting started tonight. 75 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Welcome back in, XNLT Eagle. Welcome back in, bud. Second free throw here by Mitchell. It is up, and it is good. 5-5 in the first minute and 20 seconds. Halliburton slides it on top off to Nembhard. Nembhard looks to move the rounds. Trying to crack the code of Cleveland's defense here. Top of the key, Nembhard. Push pass in the middle off to Siakam as Cleveland's back in their zone. Nembhard fires a three. Nembhard splashes the triple. Indiana coming to shoot the cover off the ball once again today. Allen, welcome back in, bud. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter right now to start things off for the Pacers. Mitchell drives downhill, pocket pass looking for Jared Allen, got intercepted by Nembhard inside the key. Here goes the Pacers up the floor. Lob down low, Nembhard to Siakam, he scores, upping it off the backboard. A lot of good balance right now to begin this game for Indiana. Jared Allen off to Mitchell. Mitchell crosses midcourt, picked up in the midcourt logo by Nembhard. A little ball pressure being displayed here by Indiana. Mitchell attacks, drives downhill off the glass, no good. Ripped away for the offensive rebound by Allen. Slides it off to Mobley for a three from the wing. Missed off the mark, no good. Got tipped over to Siakam for the defensive rebound. Nesmith up the floor off to Halliburton. Indiana looking good so far here. Moving the ball around. They find the middle. Back in his way, Siakam, pivot. Siakam finds the soft spot of the defense. He scores up and in with a left-hand layup. And things getting chippy right now on the floor. Players getting separated currently. And Cleveland has to burn a timeout. Pascal Siakam playing with the it factor to start off this game as we had a little bit of extracurricular activity is at the end of this whistle. Siakam scores, gets back up, bumps right into Max Strus from behind. And no call there by the refs as that was after the end of the play as things got chippy. Teams had to get separated. And then out of that separation, the Cavs had to burn a timeout as this game is getting out of control early on. 12-5 right now. Indiana 7-point lead to begin the first. Pascal Siakam playing with a fire, playing with passion, playing with that fire in his belly right now to start things off. They made their adjustments, cracking the code of the zone defense. Instead of going to Turner down the middle, they're starting to go to Siakam more. What's good, Adele? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Joe, welcome back in, bud. Yeah, things going pretty well today. I had I had a turkey dinner at lunchtime today. So I actually fell asleep for an hour. I was outside most of the day or so, and then when I got in at 6 o'clock or so, I fell asleep for an hour. I heard that turkeys is supposed to make you sleepy. I didn't realize that until I looked it up recently. Really good start for the Pacers right now. 4 players scoring out of their starting 5. 4 points by Siakam, 3 points by Nesmith, 3 points by Nembhard, a 2 by Halliburton. 2 assists as well by Pascal Siakam. Evan Mobley credit with a 3 that he made, and then 2 points by Mitchell at the free throw line. Yeah, he's got a dunk so far. So for first possession, there was an outlet pass to him that he had with a slam dunk. I'm going to go to Cavs in this one. Still very early in this game to tie it up at 2-2. The Pacers have made their adjustments, and Pacers looking really good right now. I think Minnesota is going to win that series in 5. Yep, and I get the Celtics bouncing back tomorrow night. I think after Game 5, Celtics are going to be up 3-2 in the series after Game 5. What's good, Keith? Welcome back in. Anastasia, Troy, glad to have you back in here, bud. Once again, good start for the Pacers so far, right now. Yes, I think the Celtics can battle back. I'm hoping that series gets stretched out with Golden State. Really, really hoping. I took them in my bracket to win that series, but I'm really concerned now based on that Curry's not going to be available till Game 6, and they played like the best they could do defensively. They just don't have any offense that's there. They're going to have to get much more offense, and I'm not sure if it's possible. Mitchell, a corner three, missed off the mark, no good. So we come back to action. Halliburton with a defensive rebound. Halliburton crosses the midcourt logo. Bounce pass off to Turner. Turner, jumper, 18-footer, left it off the rim. Short. Mobley with a defensive rebound. Evan Mobley, guarded by Siakam here. Mobley drives inside the key on Siakam. Mobley down low over Siakam, and Siakam caught in the reach. Inbound back to Jared Allen. Allen hands it off to Strus. Strus dribbles up. Pocket pass down low. Allen inside the key. Missed a hook shot. No good. Left it short. Halliburton with a defensive rebound. Halliburton up the floor. Finds Siakam. Swings it off to Nesmith. So they move it around the perimeter right now for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard. 12 of the shot clock. Nembhard slides it off to Siakam. Siakam lob down low. Finds Turner at the low block. He takes on Strus. Turner inside, floats up the shot, no good around the rim and out. The tip in is good though for two as Turner was able to tap it in. That's an encouraging sign right now. Able to get a bucket off a second chance opportunity for the Pacers. 9-zip run right now for Indiana. Here goes Garland, attacks the paint off to Allen. Allen goes up, gets fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Jared Allen. Yeah, so these streams are totally free to everybody that's available. Like there's no paywall or anything. There's stuff that I can profit from ad revenue on YouTube, plus also chat donations, and then membership shout outs, and also a couple of the sponsor stuff I have too. The clothing line and stuff that they have for the channel, merchandise as well. So there's different stuff that they have all posted in links in the description of the video that gets profited as well. Same as like the BetUS sponsorship. If anybody clicks on that link and signs up, that's like a new customer, or the Games Go link if anybody does any of those premium purchases for lower discounts. That's like a customer that uses my promo code and stuff like that. Both of the free throws were good at the line for Cleveland by Jared Allen. Missed follow-away jumper there by Mitchell as Halliburton collects the defensive rebounds. 7.5 left to go in the first. Halliburton at the mid-block. Bounce pass off to Turner. Turner dribbles towards his left around the perimeter. Hand off to Nesmith. Nesmith finds Halliburton around the perimeter. Halliburton flings it off to Turner, fires the pass, the backdoor cutter. Obi Toppin dunks it with a right-hand jam. 16-7 Indiana. That's a beautiful play right there that they were able to find. Toppin cutting backdoor. Butler's going to keep on going next year, so I don't think he's going to retire next season, but LeBron, his stat is still up in the air right now. Garland across the floor off to Strus. Max Strus bounce pass. Jared Allen airmail the pass over the top of the fingertips of Evan Mobley. That's a turnover. Yeah, Cleveland right now, they're out of sorts here offensively. Last game, there's a lot of Darius Garland just really just setting the tone for the offense off his speed, helping to space out the floor. Crafty off the dribble tonight. It's been just a lot of just missed passes so far by the Cavs. Good alter shot at the rim there by Mobley as Cleveland has the possession. Garland looking to see if he can do that right here. Circles around the key. Off to Allen down low. Shovel pass. Missed the mark again on Mobley, and Mobley turns it over. Couldn't put it to another teammate there as he got tipped to the Pacers when Nembhard with a steal. Bad pass by Halliburton. Tried to thread the needle off the Turner. Stole away right back by Cleveland. Mobley bumped into and followed by Toppin. It's been a comedy of errors so far. Cleveland hasn't scored in the last 4 minutes and 26 seconds right now. What's good, Piano on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Liking the Pacers to take this one tonight for him. And, yeah, let us know out in the chat who you guys got to win this game here tonight. Pacers or Cavs? Inbound to Cleveland. Jared Allen. Hand off to Strus. Strus comes off the screen, takes the three, and makes the three from downtown. First made triple there of the night by Max Strus as he's on the board. But a huge component in this series. Cross-court feed off to Nesmith. I thought they had Turner to the roll down to the rim. Instead, the ball was sent across to Nesmith. Nesmith got blocked to the rim by Mobley. DeAndre Hunter, first time on the floor, goes up the floor, bobbles it, lost it, out of bounds, and it's off at Indiana, according to the officials. Tyrese Halliburton going directly right over to the officials about the call right there. Obi Toppin signaling challenge, and Rick Carlisle, yep, he's going to challenge it. A challenge of the possession. DeAndre Hunter, Butterfingers, dribbling inside, just a little bit outside the key. It looked like it was out of bounds there in the replay off of Hunter. Referees ruled it Cleveland possession. We'll see if it stays the same, or this will be Indiana basketball coming up. But the Pacers will challenge this call right now on the floor. 16-10, going to the timeout with 5:52 left to go in the first. Yeah, Mr. Top's been doing pretty well. James, welcome back in from Tucson. Yeah, the Cavs are just out of sorts here offensively so far tonight. Big win this afternoon by the Thunder, 92-87. So OKC won that game this afternoon against the Nuggets. The Nuggets had just 9 points at the end of the first quarter, and that series is tied up now 2 apiece. He might have missed the message, Jeffrey, because sometimes the chat goes by like faster than usual sometimes. Had a family lunch today with my family. Worked outside all day. Yeah, so I was outside like 6 hours today raking or so, and it's, I mean, when you think about raking a yard, my yard ain't small. Like I don't live in a city. I'm on like 3.5-4 acres, so I basically raked like the entire yard today or so because it was trying to get all the leaves out from like the fall. Yeah, this is a really early challenge right now, so wow, there's a percentage to these challenges. So NBA rules have it as 1 challenge per game, but if it's successful, then they'll get another challenge. So 1 per game, but if that team is successful, they're awarded with a second challenge. So it looks like Indiana, they're pretty confident about that challenge, which over on the Reddit, there's a Reddit tab around like a year ago that had out-of-bounds challenges are far likely to be successful, around a 73% success rate for out-of-bounds challenges going back to last year. Foul challenges around 51%. So those are some of the success rates within the past year or so, and Pacers challenging this early in the game with over 5 minutes left to go. This early in the game, about possession of the basketball right now, and the Pacers get granted possession of the basketball, so the Pacers win the challenge. So good challenge right there. They were fully confident that it was out of bounds by DeAndre Hunter. Miles Turner with a three. That is good from downtown. 19-10. That was a rainbow of a shot right there made by Turner. Cleveland with possession, in trouble early on. Ty Jerome, he has to do something in the series. Really struggling these previous 2 games. Jerome sends it on top. Hunter not looking like himself so far in the series. Missed a jumper, no good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Halliburton. Halliburton floats the pass cross-court top and rise and fire on a 3. Swoosh! It's a 22-10 lead right now. Pacers looking really good to start things off. She was tutoring all day, so I wasn't able to see her today because we usually meet on Sundays, but she had the entire day today working for today. She's like an hour and 10 from me. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this whole job thing. Hopefully in the future, because I'm getting paid like very minimum at my current radio job or so. So I'm trying to. I applied to a couple things this weekend or so that's not like really close to where I live. So I don't know. We'll see where it takes me coming up in the future or so. Turner dribbles up to the elbow, hand off to McConnell. First time on the floor for McConnell. Jumper no good on the mid-range. Off the mark, no good. Turner with a putback as he got fouled. That's going to be on the floor. Yeah, I was promised one of the colleges that I work with like 15 months ago. They promised me this position to help out in the sports communications department. And then last week, the last game of the season, I asked about the position, and they said that they were gonna get somebody else to take it. So that was unfortunate because that was 15 months wasted, right there. Very, very. Just a big waste on 15 months that I was still sticking it out with radio, making like minimum wage instead, if I knew ahead of time or so. As we get a big brawl right now on the floor. Away from the play, Benedict Mathurin knocked down Miles Turner. Coming right to the rescue, right in the grill of DeAndre Hunter. Wow. Wow, both of the teams have to get separated right now as... Let's see, DeAndre Hunter is going to get ejected. He blatantly shoves Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin plops down on his backside. This is well away from the basketball. DeAndre Hunter is about to get ejected from this game. That should be an ejection there. That was a heavy shove on Benedict Mathurin. So right now the clock is stopped. This is getting sorted out right now. DeAndre Hunter has done absolutely nothing in this series. Looking like a bum in this series right now. DeAndre Hunter having some words in this game with Benedict Mathurin. And then he goes over to Mathurin. And he shoved Mathurin. Right now, nobody has been ejected. This is being looked at the monitor here currently. The foul was called on Sam Merrill away from the play. So the foul was on, or that should be on Ty Jerome. It got statted as Sam Merrill. But that should be on Ty Jerome at the baseline, guarding the basketball. And then well away from the play on the opposite side of the floor, DeAndre Hunter just blatantly shoves Benedict Mathurin to the hardwood. DeAndre Hunter sticking a finger right into the face of Mathurin and just full out pushing him down to the hardwood. That's just crazy. And then Miles Turner comes right over to Hunter. There's a lot that has to be sorted out right now. This should be an ejection for DeAndre Hunter. He should be done from this game. This is an absolute bum. Like, what the hell has he done in the playoffs? Nothing. Like, they traded for this guy. And looking like karma right now is 1 minute of court time. 1 minute of court time for DeAndre Hunter currently. And that's how he responds. So yeah, this is going to take a while to get sorted out. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams here on the channel. Yeah, Garland's, he's been dealing with a toe injury for him. So we're just waiting for the call here. Still waiting for the call to see if anybody's going to get ejected on this last play. DeAndre Hunter shoves down Benedict Mathurin. And after that, both of these teams just in a full-out scrum escalating. Benedict Mathurin got ejected. Bro. Benedict Mathurin got ejected. Bro. Are you... That is rough. Bro, I picked them to go over 12.5. Bro. And DeAndre Hunter stays on the floor and is shooting technical free throws. That's ridiculous. You know that this freaking league is rigged when that just happened. That is ridiculous. Ben Shepherd checks in now to replace Mathurin. That is freaking ridiculous. Fuck you, DeAndre Hunter. 22-11. Absolutely ridiculous. The team's leading scorer during the last game just got ejected and Hunter stays in on the floor. Hunter, jumper, mid-range. Off the rim, short, rebound secured by Shepherd. Nembhard, Shepherd, Thomas Bryan, Obi Toppin, and Tyrese Halliburton. That's the five on the floor here currently. Halliburton drives up and it off the glass, scores the layup. 24-11 for the Pacers. Cleveland shooting just 2 for 11 for the floor in this opening quarter. Pacers are 10 for 17. Mitchell attacks. Mitchell inside the paint. Mitchell no good. Referees letting these guys play as Mitchell completely got clobbered. And it was a no call. Nembhard dribbles up to the elbow, rises and fires for the jumper. He drills the 2. 26-11. Pacers right now completely in the minds of the Cavs at the moment, despite the ejection. Hunter backs his way inside the key. Reach and fall charge to Halliburton. What the hell is going on? Did DeAndre Hunter pay the refs or something like that? Because Tyrese Halliburton goes straight over to the officials. Come on. What the hell? What the hell is this bum doing on the floor right now? Rick Carlisle can't believe the call. Indiana's up by 15, yet it looks like the refs got paid by DeAndre Hunter to keep him in the game and have him shoot free throws right now. First free throw is good. This game is absolutely rigged. Absolutely rigged. And I never say that on my streams, that these games are rigged, these games are fixed. Right now we're seeing it with our very own eyes, that DeAndre Hunter paid the refs to keep him in the game, shoot free throws, that Halliburton didn't pick up a foul there. 7 for 8 at the free throw line. This is ridiculous right now at the left corner. Toppin's defended by Mitchell 101. Slides it over to Bryant around the perimeter into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Mobley. Off to his right to the top of the key. Nembhard dribbles and drives on Mobley inside the paint. Jumper, low block off the glass. No good. Mobley with a defensive rebound. And we get a foul. Very late whistle by the referees. Andrew Nembhard. Think they're going to have an inbound here. Yeah, they will have an inbound for Indiana. And now away from the basketball, we have another foul charge to Cleveland. And this will put the Pacers in the bonus as Halliburton got into the mind of Sam Merrill, who picked up a foul around the perimeter as there were some words being exchanged there between the two. This game might not even be done past midnight at this rate. This game is looking like we got the first fixed game in a long time. Who the hell is refereeing this game right now? This is a complete joke. This refereeing crew is a complete joke right now. I never come on my streams and say that the NBA is fixed, the NBA is rigged. But it looks like tonight we got players that paid the officials before this game because this refereeing has been an absolute joke. Ty Jerome, inside the key, stumbles, travels, turnover. Back it will go to the Pacers. Vegas, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well here for this one. Celtics play tomorrow night. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. That's at 6:30 Central, 5:30 Mountain, 4:30 Pacific, depending on the time zone. As we have another foul committed here, charged to Cleveland. Pacers will have 2 more free throws. Sam Merrill picks up his second straight in a row. This is Pacers-Cavs, Game 4. A couple of games ago in the series, the refs admitted to a couple blatant lane violations between these two teams. Both of the free throws were good for Indiana, 30-13. We can't even get 15 seconds of continuous play with a stoppage here. Cleveland can't even hit a shot. Mitchell crosses midcourt. Mitchell dribbles up, drives downhill. A lot of contact off the dribble as he gets fouled. We can't even have 15 seconds of continuous basketball. This is the choppiest game I've seen all season long. Regular season playoffs. This is at the level of UConn, Oklahoma in that first NCAA tournament round. That was a whistle every 15 seconds for the most part. First free throw was good by Mitchell. Second shot missed off the rim, short by Mitchell, tipped up to Nembhard for the defensive rebound. 30-14 right now. This is a terribly officiated game currently. Ben Shepherd slides it over to McConnell. McConnell's on the floor with Toppin, Thomas Bryant, Andrew Nembhard. Shepherd, a fifth player on the floor. Corner three is good by Thomas Bryant for Indiana. Don't see that too often. Cleveland down by 21. Merrill, an open three. Merrill, no good. Pinwheeled out. Rebound secure by Toppin. Pacers taking it to the Cavs here. Final 2 minutes left to go in the first. Shepherd slides it off to his left to Nembhard. Nembhard across the floor off to McConnell. McConnell at the right corner. He's defended by Mitchell. Jumper, mid-range, off the back rim. No good. Missed by Bryant. Ty Jerome with a defensive rebound. And Cleveland will slow it down. No field goals made in almost a 5-minute span right now for the Cavs. Cleveland barely making any shots in this first quarter. Mitchell across the floor finds Merrill. Merrill, handoff back to Mitchell. 14 points in the opening quarter. That is not good. 4 on the shot clock. Mitchell drives. Mitchell accelerates downhill to the rim. Donovan Mitchell puts it up with a right-hand finish. 33-16 right now. Minute 20 left to go in the first. Pacers with the ball. Corner three by Toppin. No good off the mark. Rebound. His bodies hit the deck here. And that is going to be out of bounds off of Ben Shepherd as he flew right over the top of Ty Jerome and knocked down Ty Jerome. Kind of surprised that that was not called in the over the back. That was some heavy contact between... Wow. Ben Shepherd completely took down Ty Jerome there over the back, and the refs didn't call it. Oh, now they did. Okay, so they did. So they did call it. So 1:12 left to go. I was going to say that was heavy contact. They pointed in the direction of Cleveland for the ball. So that's what they initially pointed was Cleveland basketball, but it's Cleveland free throws by Ty Jerome. First one's good. First one is good by Jerome, so he is shooting free throws. So this is from Arbitros NBA on Twitter. This is what they put for the referees for tonight's game. John Goebel, Kevin Scott, Curtis Blair, and the alternate is Brent Barnarki. So that's what they got tonight for the referees out there. Free throw was good for Jerome. 33-18. Toppin attacks the paint. Toppin soars up to the rim and Toppin up and then off the glass scores. 35-18. Deflected near side out of bounds by Toppin. It's going to stay Cavs ball. Yeah, chat's going by fast. I've been with her for around 9 years, Jeffrey. So I'm just getting to some of the messages that I missed right now or so because this has been an intense game to call. So my apologies if I haven't been able to get to messages because there's been a lot going on right now on the floor. Max Strus with a three. Right down the chute delivers. 35-21. That's a big three right there by Strus. Tyrese Halliburton. Around the wing of the perimeter. Slides it off the top and a wide open three by Toppin off the back rim. No good. A rebound secure by Hunter. And Hunter gets bumped into from behind by Bryan as that's a push foul. Free throws coming up here for Cleveland. Bad foul. Charge to Thomas Bryant. First shot is good. So yeah, that's confirmed. I see it now on multiple sources. John Goebel, Kevin Scott, and Curtis Blair are the three officials. Second shot's good. (35-23). They're 12 for 14 at the free throw line. Like, they barely made a field goal in this first quarter. They're 3 for 8 shooting from 3. They're 4 for 15 from the floors. The Pacers knocked down a 3 right in response. Mitchell, final possession here to close out the first potentially. Shot clock turned down. Mitchell towards his right around the perimeter. Mitchell drives on Nembhard. Mitchell fires a bullet off the fingertips of Strus from behind, and that's a turnover. 1.2 seconds left to go in the first. Inbound, Halliburton, 3 at the buzzer, hit off the top of the glass, no good. We close out the end of the first quarter. It is 38-23. Great start for Indiana right now. Cleveland just out of sorts. Cleveland cannot buy a bucket. 4 for 15 from the floor for the Cavs. The Pacers are red hot, 54%, 14 for 26, 60% from 3 right now. Not a good start for the Cavs. And that was a wild first quarter. Absolutely wild first quarter. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Indiana has 13 assists on the 14 made field goals right now. They're getting a lot of quality open looks so far. They've got 8 different players who scored. 7 points by Toppin, 6 by Halliburton, an aggressive Tyrese Halliburton tonight. 5 each by a trio of Turner, Nembhard, and Bryant. And he drilled a 3 for Thomas Bryant, which you don't see too often. 4 points by Siakam. Siakam started off great. Siakam's only played 4 minutes so far for him. Started off really, really, really good for him. He's got 2 fouls, that's why. So him and Thomas Bryant. Siakam and Bryant with 2 personal fouls. Ben Shepherd off the bench with 3. Neesmith's got 3. Cleveland, some deep foul trouble. Sam Merrill, he's got 3 right now for him for personal fouls. 6 points by Max Strus, who leads the way. 5 points by Mitchell. 3 by Mobley. 2 each by Allen and Jerome. And Hunter's got 5, which it's stunning that Hunter's in the game right now. I think my TV is around like a 28 that I have currently. So yeah, I'm in the room streaming these games, Joe. So my setup's in my room. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe. Been a really just interesting start off to this game. Really, really chippy. Cleveland can't buy a bucket. 3 out of their 4 baskets have been 3s. So 9 plus 2, 11. So they've made 4 field goals, 11 total points via field goals, and then 12 at the free throw line. So they have more free throw scored points than they do for field goals through one quarter. That's not a good sign. So if you're just joining in, this game was really, really chippy. DeAndre Hunter, Benedict Mathurin getting into this game midway through the first quarter. DeAndre Hunter shoved Benedict Mathurin right down to the floor. Benedict Mathurin got ejected, but DeAndre Hunter was kept in. And that had to be one of the worst decisions with my very own eyes that I've seen in like the history of basketball in terms of ejections. We get back to action right now. Corner 3 by Toppin for Indiana. Missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Dean Wade. Clean Music Lover, welcome back in. Thanks for joining back in. And Brian, welcome in. He's liking the Pacers in 5. Mitchell, open 3. Mitchell missed off the rim. Short sails out of bounds. It's Pacers ball. They just can't string together buckets for Cleveland. Not shooting the ball efficient today. And they've had the looks. They just can't make shots. TJ McConnell, he's on the floor with Siakam, Ben Shepherd, Andrew Nembhard, Obi Toppin. Siakam inside the key. Lost it, turnover. Mobley collects the steal. Mobley up the floor. Working on Siakam here inside. Mobley drives, attacks the paint. Evan Mobley called in the travel. They will not count the two. The scoring woes continue for Cleveland. (38-23) right now. 8 turnovers. But the Cavs, Carly. Indiana 9 points off of those turnovers. McConnell dribbles towards his right. McConnell's defended by Mitchell 1-on-1. Slides it off to a corner 3 taken by Siakam. He hits it. 41-23 Indiana. Pascal Siakam playing with that it factor so far today. The Pacers are 7 for 12 from 3-point range. Siakam's got 7 in 5 minutes of court time. Mobley, poor shot, missed the 3. Rebound secured by McConnell and a reach. That's a loose ball foul charge to Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome just not showing up in this series. Yeah, no problem, Jeffrey. Enjoy your game there on Tuesday, man. Inbound goes to the Pacers. At the left wing perimeter, it is McConnell. McConnell dribbles up to the top. Bounce pass off to Siakam. Lob down low, top, and kick out corner Nembhard. Outside to top, and this meant a really physical game straight from the start. Straight away, 3 by Siakam on a rainbow. He drills it. This team in the last 20 games is 17-3 on their home floor for a reason. They're up by 21 right now for the Pacers, and a turnover by the Cavs. Big ew after big ew for Cleveland tonight. Oh boy. 64 wins, looking like it could very well be for nothing for Cleveland, as Indiana's going right into the minds of the Cavs tonight. 9 turnovers by Cleveland. Pacers with the basketball once again. McConnell dribbles up to the elbow. Bounce past Siakam. Siakam playing with that it factor so far. Rising jumper. He's got it. Right at the free throw circle. Bang, bang by Pascal Siakam. 46-23. And the Cavs turn it over once again. Shepherd at the corner. Outside fights Nembhard across the floor. McConnell off to Siakam. Siakam having a big game so far. Outside Siakam. Siakam jab step. Siakam a lob. Caught. Top in. Dunks it down with a 2-handed flush. You're going to burn a timeout, and that's what Kenny Atkinson does. 48-23. 64 wins for goddamn nothing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Looking like they're one of the most overrated teams in the NBA since the 2022 Phoenix Suns. Timeout on the floor. Pacers dominating this one. Holy smokes. Cleveland looking like they have some really soft dudes out there getting punked tonight. 25-point lead right now. How do you respond if you're the Cavs? They're 4 for 17 shooting. Indiana is 18 for 31. That's an issue. When you've attempted 14 fewer shots than your opponent, that is an issue. 10 turnovers in the first half by Cleveland with still 9:24 left to go before halftime. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. We got 200 plus watching right now. Oh my goodness. What a disaster for Cleveland tonight. Absolute disaster. You just destroyed the Pacers by 22 in the last game, and this is how you respond? No way you're going to win this series. No way. 10-0 start in the second quarter. Cleveland stuck in mud with their offense. This is, holy smokes, this is stunning. Mathurin got ejected And I think a lot of us, when Mathurin got ejected, was sensing that there could have been a turning point right there. And no, the Pacers just piled in the points instead. 4 for 17. Yeah, the Pacers are 18 for 31. They are sizzling. They got more field goals made than attempts for Cleveland. That is embarrassing for the Cavs. 10 turnovers. 12 out of their 23 points scored at the free throw line. Just embarrassing. Everybody making an impact here. Indiana's got 8 different scores right now. Pascal Siakam playing big time tonight. 12 points by Siakam in 7 minutes. Perfect. 5 for 5 from the floor. He is playing with fire in his belly tonight. Wow. This is just embarrassing for Cleveland. Like, if you're Donovan Mitchell, you can't go down swinging like this right now. You got to drop down 40, 50 points. And tonight's been limited to 5. 1 for 6 shooting. 5 points, a minus 22 on the floor. Got to get some help. And Darius Garland's dealing with a toe injury. It just seems like the lights are too bright once again for the Cavs come playoff time. Good regular season team. Playoffs, though, some teams got it, some teams don't. 64 wins looks like it could be for nothing. Really got to show something if you're Cleveland right now as we get back to action. They averaged just 11 turnovers a series. They got 10 tonight, and they just got tied up. Darius Garland stumbled inside the key, a tie-up on the floor. This will lead to a jump ball here. The Pacers around the perimeter commit a foul. That's on Ben Shepherd. Wow, the refereeing has been awful. That clearly should have been a tie-up. Mitchell will head to the free throw line now. It was on McConnell previously reaching in. McConnell clearly tied up. And then Shepherd just got called in the tee before the inbound. So the free throw is good by Mitchell. And now Cleveland will get another inbound off that technical free throw. This has been just a really odd game. Tied. That's a 3 taken by Max Strus. No good around the rim and out. It's a battle for the rebound. It goes right back to Mitchell. Strus on the outside finds Mobley. Wade at the corner. It's off to Garland. Garland guarded by McConnell at the baseline. And Garland goes up, gets fouled. That's going to be 2 shots. So Darius Garland, 2 free throws here coming up as McConnell picks up another personal foul. That's now number 2 charged to TJ McConnell. First one's good. Celtics ain't going to get smashed against the Knicks tomorrow. 48-26. Celtics are going into after Game 5. The Celtics are up 3-2 in the series. McConnell bobbled it, got it back off to Siakam. Siakam dribbles up to the elbow, slides it off to Shepherd. Across the floor finds Toppin. Toppin fires a fastball off to the wing to Shepherd. They move it around. 4 in the shot clock right now for Indiana. Siakam. Jumper straight away deep 2. Off the rim, no good. Batted up in the air. Tipped right back to Toppin for the offensive rebound. New possession right now for Indiana. 10 in the shot clock. Right baseline dribble. Toppin explodes. Backdoor. Scores the layup. Obi Toppin been box office tonight. 50-26 for the Pacers. Toppin's got 11 points in 12 minutes. Mitchell dribbles, drives, bumped into Shepherd, got fouled, and he got the teardrop as well. It's an and one by Donovan Mitchell. Free throw coming up by Mitchell. I think he heard me that he needs to go off and drop 50 in this game to have a chance. Obi Toppin electric right now. He heads back to the bench. Well, he is loving it tonight for Obi. Really finding a home with Indiana. Obi Toppin with 11 points, plus 14 on the floor. Pascal Siakam leads the way with 12. One free throw here by Mitchell. And the shot's good. 50-29. Donovan Mitchell with 9 points, leading the way for the Cavs. McConnell crossed the floor off to Shepherd. Shepherd takes the three at the corner, off the back rim, no good. Ty Jerome with a defensive rebound. They're getting a lot of quality open looks in this game for the Pacers. Max Strus pops up for a three, left it short. Rebound secured out of the pack by McConnell. McConnell looks to push it, a 3-on-3. McConnell, huge rejection, swatted out of bounds by Mitchell. It's going to stay Pacers ball here. 7:41 left to go before half. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. We got 200 plus watching. You guys, the real MVPs, legends here out in the stream. DeAndre Hunter checks right back into this game. And Donovan Mitchell will take a seat on the bench. As Aaron Nesmith comes in, he'll replace Andrew Nembhard. So right now, without Mitchell, you got to show something here for your Cleveland. Mobley, Dean Wade, Max Strus, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter. That's the five in the court that they currently have for the Cavs. As McConnell attacks inside the key, TJ McConnell puts up the shot and scores. Good for two. 52-29, 7.5 left to go before halftime. The Pacers 6 for 10 shooting this quarter. Cleveland 1 for 5, and Cleveland tears it over. The light's just too bright. And back-to-back years for Darius Garland as the lead point for this Cleveland Cavaliers team, as he had one of his feet step out of bounds. Light's just too bright right now for Garland. 11 turnovers. They hit their playoff average right now with 7:20 left to go before halftime. Siakam towards his left, sends it off to Turner into the hands of McConnell. Across the floor finds Nesmith. Top of the key with Turner. Turner, hand off to Siakam. Siakam playing with that it factor tonight as DeAndre Hunter picks up the reach and foul. Terrible game for Cleveland. 64 wins about to become for nothing. I don't see any guy right now for the Cavs that has that killer type of instinct. Stunning that their defense is folding like this, because they have been known for being a two-way team this season. Holy crap, they just folded even more. Wide open layup by TJ McConnell downhill to the rim. It's 54-29. 54-29. Garland dribbles up low block, outside finds Dean Wade, inside the key, slides it off to Hunter, rise and fire in a three. That is way off the mark. Offensive rebound secured by Wade. 6:35 left to go. Hunter, baseline. That is way off the mark. No good by Hunter. Rebound secured by Turner. Up the floor off to Nesmith. Nesmith at the top of the key, slides it over to the right wing to McConnell. McConnell dribbles up, low block. McConnell circles around, dish pass behind the back off to Turner. Lost it, right place, right time. It's Nesmith. Nesmith drives, attacks the paint. Nesmith goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. It's Jared Allen who picks up the shooting foul. Looks like Cleveland is just mentally quit right now. It looks like they're just not with it. They have mentally quit. Waving the towel, waving the white flag right now. Indiana got right in the minds of the Cavs, and the Cavs just not mentally tough to compete in these playoffs against Indiana. 2 free throws by Nesmith. First one's good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well. Appreciate everybody for joining in, being a part here on the channel. Ben Shepard, Pascal Siakam, they're going to check out right now for the Pacers. It's Toppin, Turner, Neesmith, Nembhard, and McConnell, the 5 in the court currently for Indiana. Second one is good at the free throw line for Aaron Neesmith. 24-4 points in the paint in favor of the Pacers in this game. A sad game for Cleveland as we approach the midway mark of the second quarter. Garland at the edge of the midcourt logo. Garland steps into an open three. Swash! That is right there from the perimeter. A good shot by Garland. See if it can ignite something here for the Cavs down by 24. Yeah, appreciate it, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, sometimes the chat goes by fast, so if somebody for some reason like doesn't respond or something like that, just realize that they might overpass it for some reason or so. Garland picks up his third personal foul, so he is in deep foul trouble right now for Garland. He heads back to the bench. This has just been a really odd game, because I haven't seen Cleveland get punked like this throughout the season. If they're losing a game, it's most likely going to be a close loss for the Cavs, and not like this. Halliburton sends it off to the baseline. Jepper, follow away, missed off the mark, short by Toppin, deflected out of the hands of Merrill. It's out of bounds off Neesmith. Yeah, the Cavs have Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench in their team. Yeah, this has been a really odd game tonight. Mitchell with possession. Mitchell steps into an open three. That's way too long. Merrill with an offensive rebound. Mitchell, 12 in the timer. Mitchell drives, attacks the paint, missed the layup. He's out of the play. Down next to the camera crew. 5-on-4 for Indiana. They will push it. Halliburton, lob down low. Turner held up by DeAndre Hunter. Gets the layup. And the and one coming up by Miles Turner. When this game has gone bad to worse right now for the Cavs. 58-32. 64 wins for nothing, it looks like, for Cleveland at this rate. Oh my goodness. A terrible, no good game for Cleveland. And the free throw is off the mark. No good by Turner. Battle for the rebound. Turner tips it out to the perimeter. And Nembhard collects the offensive rebound. New 14 in the shot clock. Halliburton drives. Kicks. Corner. Three. Pacers no good. Huge offensive rebound. Obi Toppin soars up and he scores. Up and off the backboard. Obi Toppin playing like him today. Cleans up the miss with a putback for two. It is 60-32. Kenny Atkinson's seen enough. He burns a timeout. Cleveland was a plus 19 in the glass in the previous game. Tonight, they're getting out-hustled. They're getting manhandled. They're getting destroyed. 18-13 rebounds in favor of the Pacers. For the team that's shooting 56% from the floor is out-rebounding the team that's shooting 24% in this game. That's a terrible sign for the team that cannot shoot the ball, because you're not getting second chance points, you're not getting second chance rebounds, you're getting nothing. And that's what it is on the scoreboard right now. You're down by 28 points with under 5 left to go before halftime. This is bad. Bad game by Cleveland. They are getting absolutely punked. Yeah, they're getting closer to going out to Cancun. Holy smokes. This team right now is just going to be known as a regular season team year after year after year. And one of my good friends was completely right about this Cleveland Cavaliers team. He played D1 college basketball at Boston College. His older brother played in the NBA, played for the Celtics in 2000s, played college hoops for Boston College and Fresno State. Then then got drafted by the Celtics, played for the Celtics, and with his very own basketball eyes, he told me the Cleveland Cavaliers ain't going to do much in the playoffs. That's for sure. They ain't going to do much when he sits down, watches every single game. He was a Southeast Massachusetts legend, one of the best basketball players to ever come from the state of Massachusetts back in the late 80s. And with his very own basketball eyes, he told me the Cleveland Cavaliers not going to do anything in the playoffs. And look at what they're doing right now. Nothing in this game against the Pacers tonight. Just an absolute national embarrassment by Cleveland. Yeah, Spider's going to have to go off for like 70. And that's not going to be possible because there's not time's ticking down. This is not looking good at all for the Cavs. 18 rebounds. The Pacers have 20 total assists right now in this first half. 20 total assists in this first half. That's insane. It's Chris Herron's brother who I work with. His name's Mike. So he had played college hoops at BC back in late 80s into early 90s. And his brother travels all throughout the country doing motivational speeches. We get back to action right now. 60-32 with under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. 24% shooting by Cleveland, shooting just 6 for 25 from the floor. Mitchell at the top of the key. He's defended by Nembhard 1-on-1. Mitchell sends it towards his left to Isaac Okoro for the shot clock. Okoro drives, attacks the paint, no good. Hit the glass, didn't even hit the rim as Turner collected the defensive rebounds. Nembhard has it up the floor. Bounce pass down low. Turner inside, no good. Missed the shot. Mobley rips away the defensive rebounds. Evan Mobley inside the paint, guarded by Nesmith. Off to Strus. Strus drives downhill to the rim, goes up, and had it blocked out of bounds off Halliburton. So this is going to stay Cavs ball right now. Around 4 minutes left to go. Mitchell looking for an inbound play here. Off to Allen around the perimeter. Back into the hands to Mitchell. Mitchell, spin cycle. Mitchell, they get called an illegal screen. That's a turnover charge to the Cavs. That's on Okoro. Brutal. Isaac Okoro takes out Aaron Nesmith there. $12 total turnovers by Cleveland in this first half. Pacers with possession. Nembhard, jumper, baseline, off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Strus. Evan Mobley up the floor. Down to 3.5 left to go. Mitchell rises for a three, and he drills it. Bang, bang by Donovan Mitchell. Gonna have to get this probably to around like 17 or so if you're the Cavs going into halftime. Stupid fouls here by Cleveland. Max Strus away from the ball, picking up a foul. And this will send Indiana to the bonus. Yeah, so the story about Chris Herron is that he almost died. So he got in a car crash right next to the Dunkin' Donuts in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and they had to use the jaws of life to get him out. And according to his Wikipedia page, it said that he was approximately dead for 30 seconds because he had overdosed. He had crashed right into a utility pole right next to the Dunkin' Donuts on 114 in Portsmouth. and he got revived back to life for him. And I actually work with his brother at my workplace. Free throws there were split by Halliburton, 61-35 with 3:16 left. This has been a terrible, choppy game tonight. Aaron Nesmith here picks up the shooting foul. Free throws coming up for the Cavs at the line with Garland. Yeah, so Atkinson won Coach of the Year. What's good, Joanne? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hope all is going well. Obi Toppin going to check out towards the bench right now. First free throw is good by Garland. Second shot is good. Yeah, that's cool there with Kevin Porter's story out. I'll have to check that out sometime, Joe. Turner sends it off to Nembhard. Nembhard, lob down low, finds Turner behind the defense, scores, up and it off the glass, good for 2. Under 3 minutes left to go before halftime right now, as Indiana has 21 total assists on 25 made field goals. Hand off to Strus. Strus dribbles up inside the key. Bounce pass. Missed the mark at the fingertips of Allen. It's a turnover. Oh my goodness. Turnovers have been a nightmare for Cleveland. "13 turnovers in this first half for the Cavs. Nembhard lobs it off to Halliburton. Outside to Nembhard. Nembhard, 10 in the timer, 2.5 left to go on the game clock. Nembhard, off to his left, Nesmith, off to Turner, finds Nesmith around the outside. Nesmith rises for the elbow, he drills the 2. 65-37, Indiana leading big time right now in this game. Mitchell crosses midcourt. Mitchell thought about the step back, makes the extra bounce pass off to Garland. Garland missed the corner 3. Halliburton secures the defensive rebound. Here goes Indiana up the floor. Aaron Nesmith lobs it off to Turner. Turner, hand off Halliburton, and the outside off to Nesmith. Nesmith back out to Turner, pops up for the 3, and he drills it. It's a rainbow 3 from the perimeter, right down the bottom of the net for Miles Turner. Timeout taken on the floor by Cleveland. 68-37. That is the score right there. No, that is not a typo. The Cavs getting demolished in this game. They're not going to take the timeout. It looked like they were going to take the timeout here as everybody is walking towards the far side of the floor. Max Strus, Tyrese Halliburton. Oh! Max Strus, a push to Tyrese Halliburton. Get your effing hands off of me, says Halliburton. Halliburton buries the technical free throw. Max Strus get teased up by the officials. 69-37. This Cleveland Cavaliers team ain't mentally tough at all. Minute 46 left to go. Inbound here, back to Indiana. When you have 15 turnovers in the first half, it is so embarrassing. Tyrese Halliburton, the early dagger. Bang, bang. 72-37. There ain't no coming back from this game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the Phoenix Suns of the NBA. Jumper, no good at the wing by Garland. Rebound ripped away by Siakam. Darius Garland's going to be the next James Harden in the playoffs. At the left wing, it's Halliburton. Halliburton guarded by Garland around the perimeter. Halliburton dribbles left baseline. Halliburton sends it out to Nembhard. Fires a fastball Nesmith at the wing off to Turner. Turner playing with the it factor tonight. Off to Nesmith. Nesmith dribbles, drives, bounce past Turner. Step back 3 in the air. Turner. Oh, he hits it. Bang, bang, bang by Miles Turner. Cleveland's getting freaking annihilated out here on the floor. 75-37. Cleveland's worst team since the 2022 Phoenix Suns in the playoffs with 60-plus wins. They're that freaking bad. Mitchell at the left wing. Mitchell bricks it. No good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Siakam. Pacers have it up the floor. Nesmith finds Turner. Miles Turner playing absolutely out of this world. He goes nuclear. Miles Turner looking like Steph Curry out here. Buries the three. It's a 17-0 run and a 2-minute and 40-second clip by the Indiana Pacers. Cleveland is down by 41 points. Darius Garland at the top of the key. Dribbles, drives, right down inside. And he gets the layup up and off the backboard. Pacers final possession, 2 seconds. Nesmith, jumper, baseline at the buzzer. And he got it. Bang, bang. It is good for two by Aaron Nesmith. It is 80-39. Stick a fork in the Cavs. It's over here, folks. Pacers going to be moving on to the conference finals. You can stick a big fat fork in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Just like that. No killer instinct. No it factor. Nothing. 64 wins for goddamn nothing. Darius Garland turns into James Harden in the playoffs. Cleveland Cavaliers turn into the next Phoenix Suns in the playoffs. Ain't no it factor, ain't no killer instinct out of this team. Gonna get knocked out in the playoffs in 5. What a disaster by Cleveland. It's a gigantic kerfuffle of Fuka Choka. As jumbled as it could get, a jumbled up mess that could be. Atrocious. 8 made field goals going into halftime. That is atrocious. Even worse, 14 turnovers right now. 14 turnovers by Cleveland. Indiana shooting the cover off the ball. 30 for 50. 60%. The Cavs are 8 for 32 from the floor. Just a random game that the Cavs have shot 18 shots fewer than the Pacers in the first half. Holy smokes. Indiana during the last game was a minus 19 on the glass. Tonight they lead rebounds 22-15. Stat in the night is assists. 25 assists by the Pacers to just 3 total assists by the Cavs. That's 25 assists on 30 made field goals. That is insane. $80-39. The Cavs almost have as many attempted shots. They have 2 more attempted shots than what the Pacers have for makes in this first half. The Pacers have made 30 total shots. The Cavs have attempted 32 shots. That's insane. 23-5 points off turnovers. A 41-point lead right now. And they're without Benedict Mathurin, too, who got ejected in the first quarter. So Indiana's up by 41 points, plus they don't have their leading scorer from the last game. The Cavs are done, guys. The Cavs are done. I don't know what people were telling me about to eat my words around 20 minutes ago, but the Cavs are done. You can stick a fork in them. No way they're going to win this series. No way. No way. What a nightmare. Everybody's coughed up the basketball for Cleveland. 2 turnovers by every single starter. Just the Pacers are just so much better than the Cavs. They play the same style as Cleveland, that everybody can pass, dribble, and shoot. It's just the Pacers spread out the floor much better, and they got knockdown shooters all over the place. Benedict Mathurin got ejected in the first quarter. So Benedict Mathurin got ejected in the first quarter, which it should have been DeAndre Hunter. Benedict Mathurin scored a team-high 23 points during the last game for the Pacers, so he is not playing in the remainder of this game. And right now, look at the score. It's 80-39. It's a 41-point lead right now for Indiana without their leading scorer from the last game, Mathurin, who was really, really good during the previous game before that. In the series, he's got 11, 19, and 23. Largest comeback in an NBA game. That's a 36-point deficit when the Utah Jazz overcame a 36-point deficit against the Denver Nuggets, winning 107-103. Well, it's not going to happen tonight because Cleveland has soft guys that Indiana's just got in the mind of the Cavs. So it ain't happening tonight here. That's for sure. This is an 80-39 game right now. Let's be realistic. There's no comeback out of this game. There's no comeback when Indiana puts 6 guys constantly in double figures. Indiana's on their home floor. There's no way they're collapsing this game. If it's a road game, then maybe there's hope. But it's a home game right now. You ain't collapsing at home. You ain't collapsing at home. You're feeding off the energy of the crowd. There's no way that Pascal Siakam is going to let his team collapse at home. Pascal Siakam is playing with a killer instinct. He's playing with an it factor today. A player like that, there's no way that he's letting his team lose the game. No way that Miles Turner's letting his team lose the game. Miles Turner playing with that it factor tonight, just like Benedict Mathurin plays with Obi Toppin having a really good game today. No way it's happening because Cleveland looks like they're just not ready to play. Looks like they have a bunch of soft guys that's just not mentally tough. Really, really soft guys. You think that Ty Jerome can come out here and score buckets? I don't think so. I don't think Ty Jerome's going to get you multiple buckets. Great player in the regular season, but when the playoffs are on the line, Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter, I've seen it with my very own eyes. These guys can't score in the playoffs. Darius Garland having a rough playoffs once again. It's just totally different in the playoffs. Once you sense bodies and you're just not there mentally. It's just they're cracking under pressure. Yep. Pacers have been so underrated. Like, they were top 4 of the league since the new year in record. Top 4 to NBA in record, right behind OKC and the Celtics since the start of the new year. They were number 10 and number 11 the first month of the season. Back in like November and December, they were 10th and 11th in the East. They jumped all the way up to 4th in the playoffs for their seed. So right now, not looking good for the Cavs. He's down to 1-2. Looking like 1-3 after the conclusion of this game today. The Pacers had the 4th best record in the NBA in the new year. 34-14 record. They were half a game behind Cleveland at 35-14, but they have the matchup against Cleveland. They played each other 4 times in the regular season. Pacers went 3-1. Playoffs so far, Pacers are 2-1. So the Pacers are 5-2. Against the Cavs in the first 7 games that they played in this year. Caxto, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hope so. Yeah, the referee, I have to say the refereeing was atrocious starting off this game. Atrocious, atrocious for the refereeing. But look who's got the free throws. Cleveland's 18 for 20 at the free throw line. Indiana's 8 for 10 at the free throw line. So look who's got more free throw opportunities. Double the amount of opportunities as the Pacers. The Cavs have got double the amount of free throws. Plus, DeAndre Hunter stayed in the game. Benedict Mathurin did not. Now, I've seen this Cleveland team be down 25-3 against the Celtics and come back and win. But down by 41, I'm going to have to see it with my very own eyes because this is a road game. And based on how Siakam and Turner and Toppin are playing, I would have to see that with my very own eyes because I don't think it could happen. Right now, the Pacers are on track for 160 total points. I'd be interested to see if and when Cleveland will pull the plug. Because in order to come on back, you need to have a score that's hot. They don't have one tonight. Donovan Mitchell's 3 for 11 shooting. They don't have anybody that's efficient. And I don't sense that Darius Garland's going to be able to score. I don't sense that Ty Jerome will be able to score. Or DeAndre Hunter. These are all guys that were double-digit scores throughout the season. But what's happened in the playoffs, these games look like they're just too bright for Cleveland and they crack under pressure. It's just they're not ready for the big stage. They're a regular season team, but there's players that play really well on the big stage that drive together. This Pacers team, they have 25 total assists. They are balling out. They are driving together. That ball is zipping. That ball is moving. And the Cavs are miscommunicating defensively. And there's a bunch of open looks that the Pacers just keep on nailing. I would say there's hope for Cleveland if they had one of their players go off. But they don't have anybody here at halftime that's gone off. Now, Mitchell, he's been big time in the second half. He's capable of going from like 12 points to 35. But it's going to depend. I think it depends on the first couple minutes here. If the Pacers get up something like 88-42, then it might be time to throw in the towel. I see a really good regular season team. I do not see a good playoff team here. Playoffs is completely different from the regular season. Like, everything completely changes in the regular season. Throughout the records, throughout the seeding, there's just players that, when it comes time for the playoffs, they've got it in their system. And then other teams that they just don't have it. They just don't have those guys that can win these games in the playoffs when the stakes are put up at another level, when the stakes are higher. Just very weird because I haven't seen Cleveland get smashed like this before. All their losses were pretty much close. Yeah, they barely got crushed this season. This was the losses. 120 to 117 against the Celtics. They lost by 11 to the Hawks. Lost by 16 to the Hawks. 9 to the Heat. 15 to the Pacers. 20 to the Thunder. Lost by 1 to the Rockets. 3 to the Sixers. 4 to the Rockets. 7 against the Celtics. 5 against the Magic. 13 against the Clippers. Lost by 4 against the Kings, 11 to the Suns, 11 to the Pistons, 7 to the Kings, 2 to the Pacers, and then 8 in double OT to the Pacers. So yeah, we haven't seen this at all. Like, we've seen every single one of their games be within like a 16-point reach this season. Like, how do you respond out of this hole? Gonna have to overcome some serious adversity here if you're Cleveland. Lost by 9 their first game in Game 1. They lost by 1 in Game 2. So their largest loss that they've suffered was 20 against the best team in the NBA record-wise with the Thunder. So they haven't lost a game greater than 20 this year. Yeah, this Cleveland Cavaliers team, they remind me, I've been putting it out there for quite a bit since Game 2 when they were down to 0-2, but they remind me of the Phoenix Suns from 2022. I remember Phoenix started off like 25-3, and their 2 losses that they had out of the 3 were against Golden State, who had won the title that year. They got smashed on Christmas against Golden State. They had lost a couple weeks before by Golden State, so they were like 25-3 or something, started off that season, and then they lost like a bunch of games when they were in March and April, and that looks like exactly what Cleveland, like kind of like the same persona of Cleveland. They got out to a 15-0 start to the season, lost to the Celtics, and then once March and April came around, they started to just slip down the late stretch of the season for them. And they lost 2 games last week of the season against the Pacers. They just don't have the matchup against the Pacers. The Pacers have so much speed. They play very, very similarly to the Cavs, that these 2 teams are faster-paced teams or so that have all guys that can pass, dribble, and shoot. It's just like they just can't keep up with the Pacers. The Pacers are just finding all the gaps in their defense and hitting open shot after open shot. There's a lot of space out there to operate. 80-39, Cleveland was able to force a steal, so the Cavs have possession. Max Strus slides it off to the right wing, into the hands to Garland. Garland at the top of the key, step back 3 over Halliburton. No good, skidded off the rim to the corner. It's Siakam who controls the defensive rebounds. Pascal Siakam, playing like him right now, alongside Miles Turner on the floor, who's also playing really good. Siakam takes the distance, he scores, up and off the backboard, plus the foul. I told you guys right at halftime, there is no way Pascal Siakam is going to let Indiana choke this game away by a 41-point lead, which is now a 43-point lead for number 43. No way that's happening tonight. Pascal Siakam, low-key, a really underrated player in the league, plays really hungry. Free throw is good. A lot of these guys would be like superstar type of players if they were on another team. Like, they would be average 25, 27 point per game players. Siakam was that when he played for Toronto. But since they have 6 guys who average double figures on Indiana, they balance out all the scoring with a bunch of guys between 13 to 18 points in this team. Corner 3 is good by Max Strus. 83-42. If, like, 1 or 2 of these guys played for, like, another team, it was just, like, them being part of that team, they would average around 25. Nesmith, hand off to Siakam around the perimeter. Siakam towards his right off to Halliburton, away from the basketball. We got a whistle here stopping the clock as Max Strus in a little bit of pain. That's going to be an offensive foul charged to Miles Turner. Way away from the play inside the low post is Max Strus. Yeah, way away from the play here. Turner's trying to post up. Got a hold of Strus. Ooh, he got Strus around the jaw. So he got Strus around the jaw. Turner will check out now. Turner with an offensive foul. And this is going to be looked at right now at the monitor by the officials. Largest comeback in NBA history is 36. That was the Utah Jazz against the Denver Nuggets. 36 in 1996. Yeah. A lot of these playoff games have been competitive, and like a lone outlier like here or there. Like that Thunder Nuggets game too, where the Thunder pounded the Nuggets. There's been like a lone outlier every couple of days or so. That's been a massive blowout. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate it all for joining in for this one. I wish we could have a game that was back and forth, that's close and competitive, but minute by minute, it looks like you can stick a fork in this Cleveland Cavaliers team that it looks like they're getting closer to done from being in the playoffs. These guys, you just look at the body language. They're just not happy to be there right now for Cleveland. Inbound goes to Garland. Garland crosses midcourt off the screen set by Allen. Garland fires the pass down low. Ty Jerome, open layup. It's the best look they've had all game right there as the Pacers forgot to play defense down low. Nembhard attacks, takes the distance, good for two, up and off the glass. 85-44. That's an easy layup right back by the Pacers. Cavs with possession. Max Strus into the hands to Mobley. Mobley drives to the mid-block, backs his way, and Nesmith shovels outside of Strus. Strus in the three. Strus off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Siakam in the corner. Up the floor here goes Siakam. Siakam attacks the paint. Pascal Siakam, and he scores up and off the backboard. 87-44. Pascal Siakam just too good tonight. He's got 17 points on 7 for 8 shooting. Mobley, crossover. Mobley down low. Mobley left it short. Strus with offensive rebound. Ty Jerome with a 3, and he nails one. It's a positive development out of him right there. Players got tangled up underneath between Siakam and Strus. Play continues. Jerome with 7. Cross-court pass off to Nembhard. Baseline dribble Nembhard, and Nembhard gets fouled. It's on Jarrett Allen as the clock will stop. Yeah, this is where you wish there was like a running clock when a team is up by like 40. Mitchell's not injured. Just having a tough game with efficiency tonight for Mitchell. John, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. That's awesome that you guessed that one. Garland, no good. Missed another 3. Having a tough game for him. Just 2 for 7 from the floor. 1 for 5 from 3. Miles Turner. Push pass. Quarter 3. Aaron Nesmith. And he drills it. Bang, bang. It's 90-47. They got shooters all on this team. Aaron Nesmith with 12 points right now. Jerome. Out to the top to Allen. Puts the ball into the hands to Garland. Darius Garland. His pass broken up. Deflected out of bounds off Nembhard. It's going to stay Cavs ball. Yeah, good question by Jay Ramirez. That might not even happen for Cleveland to reach the 87-point mark in this game. It's now 90 right now, so to reach 90, that might not even happen currently tonight. Garland down low. Garland backdoor layup, scores up and off the glass. 90-49. Pacers with possession. Siakam at the left wing perimeter. Dribbles towards his right. Slides it off to Turner. There's just not many possessions that, if the only way that Cleveland can win this game now is Miles Turner's going to have 2 free throws. Only way that Cleveland's going to win this game is that Cleveland is going to have to force Indiana to go scoreless for like a 10-minute clip. That's the only way that the Cavs have a chance. They got to go scoreless for like 10 to 12 minutes. There's no way you can come on back from this one. They're not getting defensive stops. The Pacers were midway to 160 points in the first half. If you have 39 points going into halftime and the other team's midway to 160, there's no way. No way. Cleveland's, they might not even reach 90 tonight. Both of the free throws are good on the board, 92 to 49. The Pacers, which they have now 27 assists on 34 made field goals, shooting 62%. They would have to go in a 10-minute scoring drought for the Cavs to have any sort of chance to come on back. And the Cavs would have to hit their shots too. Offensive foul charged to... That's on Aaron Nesmith, according to the officials here, bumping right into Max Strus. So Max Strus set a screen, and Nesmith rammed right into Strus. Ziegler, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Cleveland just can't do it in the playoffs. And Rick Carlisle here will burn a timeout. 8:04 left to go in the third quarter. 92 to 49. The Pacers are already out to a 12 to 10 start right now in this third quarter in the box score. Like, if there was any sort of comeback, these first 4 minutes would have indicated it. And for Cleveland, you had to be up 10 to 0 to start off the third quarter box score. It's 12-10 Indiana, +2 in the third quarter box score. Nothing has changed. Indiana is still making their shots at a high efficient clip, spreading the offense, moving the ball around extremely well. And the Cavs are having a tough time rotating over defensively and still just can't keep up with the speed displayed by Indiana. Yeah, exactly. There's no mental toughness by Cleveland. It looks like these guys, the body language is terrible. Body language is absolutely terrible out there for Cleveland. So there's no way they're going to win this game. Pascal Siakam is a +38 right now on the floor. 17 points in 17 minutes, 7 for 8 shooting. I don't even know where you start from here if you're Cleveland. I guess they're back at home. They've been at the top of the NBA at home this season for them. So they've been a great home team, but they're 0-2 at home in this series against Indiana. So, I mean, that's a start going into Tuesday for Game 5. But everybody needs to play better. And I don't know what in the world happened with their defense, because their defense completely collapsed off the cliff. What I saw on Friday night, I thought it could have been the turning point of the series. The defense looked legit. They stumped Indiana. Evan Mobley was forcing miss shot after miss shots. But tonight, Mitchell had been carrying the offense. And tonight, Mitchell is having a tough game. Back-to-back 40-point games for Mitchell. And you need offense outside of Donovan Mitchell. And throughout this playoff series, they just haven't been able to generate that. Mobley's playing hurt. Garland's playing hurt. DeAndre Hunter's playing hurt. And these guys have been a shell of themselves in this playoffs. This is actually the third quarter right now. So we're in the third quarter. Gonna switch that over. We got 350 plus watching now. You guys are real legends in the stream. If you're new on the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well to be notified for future live streams. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks for Game 4, if you'd like to be on back for that one. Darius Garland's got 4 personal fouls. To get back to action, Siakam sends it off to Halliburton. Back to Siakam into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard drives inside the key. Nembhard fall away over Strus. Missed off the mark. No good. A rebound secure by Jerome. Ty Jerome guarded by Ben Shepherd around the perimeter. Switched guarded by Halliburton. Jerome slides it off to the corner. Garland with 8 on the shot clock. Garland drives downhill. Garland shovel pass. Backdoor layups good by Max Strus. 92-51. Max Strus up to 11. Halliburton finds Turner. Fires the pass. Halliburton. No look pass. Right corner 3. Shepherd off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound secure by Indiana. 3-point shot missed. No good. Straight away by Halliburton. The rebound secure by Strus. Connor welcome in. FP1. Prince. A little ball of fur. Welcome to the stream as Cleveland is able to bury a 3 right there. That is Evan Mobley. He's got himself 6 points right now. 92-54. Halliburton. Bounce pass off to Siakam. Lob down low. Turner. Turner at the low block. Turner. Baseline jumper off the rim short. Rebound secure by Cleveland. Now Cleveland is starting to play some defense. Mobley backs his way in Siakam. Mobley pivot. Mobley puts up the shot. No good off the mark. Offensive rebound goes up. Gets fouled by Turner. 2 free throws coming up here for Evan Mobley. Now they're starting to play some physicality and play with some defense. And now the score is starting to turn the page. But it's still well away from the score being in their favor right now. 92-54. 2 free throws by Evan Mobley. First one is good. He got the bounce off the rim and in. Second shot's good. 7-zip run in a minute span by Cleveland. Pacers with possession. Halliburton. Bounce pass in the middle. Finds Siakam. Siakam. Lob down low. Finds Turner. Turner. Jumper no good. Around the rim out. Rebound ripped away by Mobley. Cavs have it up the floor. At the corner, Hunter. Hunter, bounce pass, finds Mobley and the outside off to Sam Merrill. Skip pass in the corner to Ty Jerome. Right now, Mitchell is on the bench. Jerome, runner, misfired around the rim and out. Turner there for the defensive rebound. Pacers with possession. Halliburton at the top of the key. Halliburton, 15 on the shot clock. Step back 3 around the rim and out. Rebound ripped away by Mobley. Up the floor, Sam Merrill sprinting his way as he gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by Merrill. It's from behind on Aaron Nesmith. So Indiana has gone cold recently. That's something they hadn't done in this game. It's a 17-12 start for the Cavs here in this third quarter, but it's a long way from coming on back still. Sam Merrill, 2 free throws. First one's good. Miles Turner. He's going to check out right now. Second shot by Merrill is good. 92-58. No field goals made by the Pacers in the last 3+ minutes. Only way that the Cavs could come on back, I had said that the Pacers would have to go in a 10-minute scoring drought in order to do so. 30% there right now. Siakam inside the key. Siakam ends that scoring drought. He is too good of a player to choke away this lead right now tonight. Pascal Siakam is doing everything to make sure that the Pacers win this game, no matter what happens in half 2. Evan Mobley soars up and throws it down with a 2-hitter flush. 94-60, Pacers up the floor. Halliburton into the hands to Siakam. Spin cycle, Siakam. Outside finds Halliburton. 12 in the timer to the corner. Nesmith fires a 3 off the back rim, no good. Mitchell, or that is Hunter, who secures the defensive rebound. Donovan Mitchell still on the bench currently right now. Garland at the right wing. Garland lobs it over to Hunter, and Hunter gets fouled. That's on Ben Shepherd. That's a reach and foul charge to Shepherd. Yeah, Cavs have been cold from 3. 8 for 25 right now from 3. So, yeah, that's part of the equation as well. Cavs are going to have to drill multiple threes in a row. They're going to have to stack 3 after 3 after 3. (94-60). Inbound goes off to the corner. Garland goes up, fouled by Nembhard. Halliburton here with 11. Potentially. Yeah, he's not been aggressive recently in the second half shooting. Garland's first free throw is good. Oh, wow. Thanks for the update. Yeah, they just showed that on the screen, so they just showed a replay of that from Mitchell. So he had been playing, and then see, they didn't focus on him at all going back to the locker room or anything. 13-2 run for the Cavs right now, 94-62. Yeah, it's when they were down by 40, he went to the locker room. Like, they didn't even put that in the camera shot or anything for Donovan Mitchell heading to the locker room. It was at the very, very end of the second quarter. Halliburton slides it off to his right. TJ McConnell drives inside the paint. Runner by McConnell with the right hand. He scores up and through. It's good for 2. Yeah, crushing, man. Every single playoffs, Donovan Mitchell just seems to get injured. Brutal. I'm trying to see Twitter if there's, like, any updates. Garland just scored a layup. He's got 15 right now. Missed shot by Toppin. Putback is there by Siakam. 98-64. 4 minutes left to go in the third, and we will have a timeout here taken on the floors of the Cavs with Kenny Atkinson burn a timeout. (98-64). Yeah, this game has got from bad to even worse with Donovan Mitchell's injury. I'm trying to look here on Twitter. There's really not much, but he hasn't played at all in the second half. So I knew something was wrong when he... Okay, here we go. Clutch Points is finally the first one to tweet it out 22 seconds ago. Clutch Points puts out left ankle injury. Donovan Mitchell is doubtful to return for tonight's Game 4 matchup against the Pacers. So it happened at halftime. So doubtful to return from Mitchell. So the Cavs weren't informed the injury until halftime. Yeah, per TNT. TNT just put it out there when they had the B-roll shot up too. People on Twitter are saying that he faked an injury. I mean, I wouldn't go into that type of theory or so, but wow. Looks like Donovan Mitchell was minus 8,000 to score 15-plus points tonight. And he had 12 at halftime, left the game due to an ankle injury. TNT actually had like an above-the-rim cam of it. Oh, it's when they came out at halftime doing their shoot-around a couple minutes before halftime. The Cavs came out at halftime a couple minutes before the start of the third quarter, and he just dribbles the basketball, goes up, and then reaches for his ankle, and then comes down, and then the medical staff comes out, and then he heads to the locker room, and now it's ruled doubtful. So it didn't happen on the floor. It happened at halftime during the shoot-around a couple minutes before the start of third quarter. So doubtful to return with an ankle injury that happened at halftime. Yeah, it's just giving up on your team right there. That really says to the character of this year's Cavs. Great regular season team, but I've been saying it forever on the channel. The playoffs is completely different. Erase away the records, erase away the seeds. None of that matters in the playoffs. Everybody starts with a fresh slate. Anything could happen. And right now we're seeing a blowout. And I think that's more quit on your team there by Mitchell, that you just don't want to play in half two. Look at Ant-Man. Look at what Ant-Man's doing. He went down with an injury, and then he came back, got up, played through an injury. Really shows the toughness out of Ant-Man. With one of the top faces of the league. Whereas, if you're Donovan Mitchell, if you want to be the face of the league, you're going to be out there and play with your team, no matter the ups and downs. And he's not playing with his team. I mean, to me, it seems like he just threw in the towel and called it quits. 17 by Garland as Garland scored a runner. Halliburton at the left wing. Next bucket will get them to 100. Halliburton, lob off to the mid-block. Behind the back pass by McConnell off the top end. Count it. And the one coming up here at the free throw line by Obi Toppin. 100-66. Beautiful dime there by TJ McConnell behind the back, setting up Toppin for the and one. 15 points, shooting 7 for 12 by Toppin. Have a nice night, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining in, man. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks if you'd like to come on board. Hunter, bounce pass, gave it to the wrong player. It's a travel anyway, went up and then went back up and down and then bounced past it too late. Turnover by DeAndre Hunter. (100-66). TJ McConnell attacks the paint. They're going to give him the layup here or not? They will not. He'll be in the bonus next time, though. He was looking for the and one, couldn't get it. He had scored a layup. The foul occurred before the shot for McConnell. TJ McConnell at the free throw line, now in the bonus 2 free throws, as Cleveland will throw in the towel. They wave the white flag. Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, Sam Merrill now on the floor for Cleveland. The Cavaliers are toast. They're going to be down 1-3 in the series as Donovan Mitchell left the game at halftime due to an ankle injury. At halftime, going through on-court shoot-around. What a terrible way to leave the game. Donovan Mitchell quit on his team. The free throws are good by McConnell. Pacers got their bench guys out on the floor for the most part besides Halliburton. Halliburton's still out on the floor right now. Garland's on the floor as well. Garland, Hunter, Merrill, Isaac Okoro, and Dean Wade as Garland missed the layup. Got fouled. 2:52 left to go. Just embarrassing tonight by Cleveland. Two free throws here by Garland. First one's good. Hopefully a much better game tomorrow night between Celtics and Knicks. I honestly think that's going to be a blowout too. tomorrow night, and the Celtics are gonna be the team that wins by 20 plus tomorrow in my eyes. Missed jumper no good by McConnell at the low block. Rebound secured here by Merrill. He puts the ball into the hands to Garland. Garland at the left wing. Lob off to Okoro. One dribble, kicked it out to the wing, out to the front row. The seats was broken up though by the Pacers. Thomas, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Sorry to hear there, bud. Yeah, this is unfortunate for the Cavs. I took in my bracket Celtics and Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now it's really not looking so well. The Pacers have been playing really, really good ball since the start of the new year. They've been one of the best teams in the entire league. Went all the way up from 11th to 4th in the standings for a reason, that they're playing connected. They're playing well together, and they are shooting lights out right now. McConnell dribbles up to the left corner. They throw out 11 or 12 guys at you. They're just such a deep team. It's very, very tough to match up with them because they play with just such a fast pace of speed, and they throw out multiple bodies, give you a ton of looks. And this was not a good time for this matchup for Cleveland because they had 3 guys that get injured, and number 2, 3, and 4 scorers. Those guys have looked like a shell of themselves in the playoffs, and there's just not enough scoring to contend against this Pacers team. First shot's good at the line by Toppin. This Pacers team looks like very well they could be playing in the finals. I'm a Celtics fan if you guys didn't know, but the Celtics got to get healthy too because Porzingis has been dealing with illness still. I mean, they're going to need a healthy Porzingis for this series because this Pacers team is just so deep. And my concern with the Celtics is that Joe Mazzulla keeps on going with like a 7-8 man rotation because Sam Hauser's out. Porzingis hasn't been himself, so the rotation has been very, very minimal right now to what it was throughout the regular season. Loose ball foul charge to Cleveland. Indiana going to be shooting free throws here at the line as DeAndre Hunter got called in the loose ball foul. He lost the handle. Ben Shepherd dove on the basketball, and Ben Shepherd going to have 2 free throws here at a bonus. That's now 5 personal fouls by DeAndre Hunter, a guy who averaged around 14 points per game, number 2 player and 6th man of the year this season, and he scores 5 points with 5 personal fouls in a playoff game. First shot's good. Second shot's good. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter was thought as many as the guy that could come in and get this team over the top as another player that can add in more firepower to the Cavs, but not looking so hot right now. 100-75. Darius Garland up to 12 this quarter, 21 for him. He is showing something right now for Darius Garland. Other guys got to get going. That's been an issue for Cleveland, and it looks like it's too little too late. Minute 35 left to go in the third as we head over to the timeout. Yeah, every single year, the question mark for Cleveland going into the playoffs is that they're always going to have a great record. They're going to be like a 60-plus win team constantly for them with the guys that they got. But the question mark every single season always seems it comes down to the health of Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. And it seems like every single season we get to the second round of the playoffs and Mitchell just he gets injured at the worst time possible. It's just terrible. It happened when they were the 1 seed at Utah. They were the number 1 seed, I think 2021. And they got bounced down in the second round. That was kind of like, everybody saw that. I remember everybody was like, Utah might be the most overrated 1 seed that we've seen in NBA history. And they got bounced out from round 2 in that playoffs. They were 52-20. So the Jazz were the number 1 team, 52-20. in 2022. The Phoenix Suns were 2021. The Phoenix Suns made it to the finals. They were 51-21. The Nuggets and Clippers that year were 47-25, and the Mavs and Blazers were 42-30. Well, I can't believe I just, when I read that, seeing the Blazers as the 6th place team that year in the West. 105-70, minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. McConnell at the right elbow, cross the court, finds Jarris Walker, lob down low, top in, turn around, scores, up and through, it's good for 2. 107-70. Crossing midcourt with Garland. Garland will take the 3. Before that, though, Pacers called in a foul. Yeah, Mobley and Allen have been non-existent tonight. Just 5 rebounds by Evan Mobley. Jared Allen with just 2 total rebounds in this game, just 2 total points. Isaac Okoro, 2 shots at the free throw line. First one's good. Man, this has been a drag of a game today. This game is dragged on. And usually blowouts don't. Usually these blowouts go by fast. Toppin, final minute left to go in the third. Off to McConnell, fires a bullet down low over to Obi Toppin as he scores with a left-hand layup. 109-71. Cavs with possession. Okoro on the outside finds Merrill. Merrill drives, kick out, corner 3. Okoro, swoosh. McConnell on the floor with Shepard, Nembhard, Jarris Walker, and Obi Toppin. TJ McConnell at the top. McConnell, 10 in the shot clock. McConnell downhill, got the pass intercepted by Dean Wade. Garland has it crossing midcourt. Back to Sam Merrill. He finds Garland. Garland, free throw circle. Garland drives, kick, corner 3. Dean Wade connects on it. 109-77. Yeah, glad to have you back in here, Woody. Final 15 seconds left to go in the third. Pacers cross midcourt. Yeah, this Pacers team is so deep. And they know that they're going to get an impact out of 11 or 12 guys in the rotation. It's not like they're Steve Kerr in Golden State, who right now is still experimenting with players, finding lineups in and out. Indiana's had this down packed since February, when they started to win games constantly starting in January. This team knows their rotation. They got guys coming in and out looking fresh for Indiana. 109-77. After 3 quarters of play, just a dominant game by the Pacers. Wow, this has just been an absolute clinic by Indiana. There's like no drop-off either. Like the bench guys getting a lot of production too. Like Obi Toppin's having an excellent game tonight. He's got 20 points off the bench. McConnell's got 8. Shepard and Bryant with 5. There's just so many good players top to bottom on the roster for the Pacers, and they fit really well into the system because they play just so fast. They space out the floor. They come right at you in different waves. Yeah, this Pacers team's a really dangerous team. Yeah, I agree with you, Rye. Like, the Celtics swept this team last year. Like, this is going to be one heck of a series. If the Celtics play the Pacers in the conference finals, oh man, it's going to be one heck of a series. And in order to win this one, for the Celtics to win, Porzingis needs to be at his best. He needs to recover from his illness, and he needs to be at his best. Because right now, Joe Mazzulla is playing like an 8-man rotation for the Celtics. Sam Hauser's hurt. And they need all hands on deck for that series. Last year, O'Shea Brissett was getting playing time in that series. Joe's going to have to go with a deeper rotation to to have the Celtics come away with wins in the series, because if Porzingis is not his best, if Tatum's having a tough time scoring, it's going to be very difficult to come out and win the series against the Pacers team that has multiple guys that can get you buckets. 21 by Siakam, 20 by Turner. Those two guys were excellent. 20 points by Toppin. The front court was outstanding for Indiana tonight. 12 points by Nesmith, 11 by Halliburton. Nembhard's only got 7, but he's capable of putting in big buckets as well. Yeah, Halliburton was injured for the second part of that series against the Celtics, and Benedict Mathurin didn't play in that series too. So Benedict Mathurin, I think he's at the number against the Celtics this year that he's played really well against the Celtics, I'm pretty sure. So that's the difference there compared to last year's, that they didn't have Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin plays with that it factor. He plays hungry for him. Benedict Mathurin had 30 points back on October 30th against the Celtics. So this is what, let's see here. I'm going to go back to his last 6 games against the Celtics, because he's been impressive his previous 6 games for Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin's averaging 20.7 points per game in his previous 6 games against Boston. 14, 16, 18, 20, 26, and 30 in his 6 games against the Celtics that he's played in the previous 6. Fourth quarter has started. 109-77. Isaac Okoro scores the layup. Top of the key with McConnell. It's TJ McConnell on the floor. Thomas Bryant, Jarris Walker, Andrew Nembhard, and Ben Shepherd. Right base on Joe McConnell. Slides it off to Shepherd. Pass got broken up out of bounds off of the Cavs by Javonte Green. McConnell tries a 3 at the wing, and that came up short. To rebound secured by Javonte Green of Cleveland. Yeah, good point, actually. That's right. He got injured in the Heat series. He didn't even play in that series. That is right, as we have a turnover. Charge to the Cavs. Number 24 for Cleveland. Walking with the basketball. It's Jalen Tyson who turns it over. 18 turnovers by Cleveland, 7 by the Pacers. Nembhard driving, dish out to the corner. McConnell with a corner 3. He drills it. Yeah, this game just hasn't been close. I know a lot of people are talking about a comeback at halftime, too. Yeah, it still hasn't happened. There's never been a 40-point comeback in the history of the NBA. Missed layup there at the rim by Ty Jerome. Hit the top of the glass. McConnell shoots right out of the pack. McConnell puts up the shot and he scores. Good for 2 more. What's good, Janet? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, this has been an incredible game here by Indiana. They have just so many good players on their team. A lot of great balance. It might not be like superstar names on their team, but if they were playing for other teams, I bet you hear those names a lot more, because they balance out the points so much. They have a ton of guys that's capable of averaging 20 to 27 points per game for other teams if they play in the league. They have 6 guys who's averaging between 11 to 18 points per game in the playoffs. TJ McConnell slides it off to Jarris Walker. He dribble drives downhill to the rim, missed the layup, no good. A rebound pulled away here for the Cavs. Jalen Tyson up the floor for Cleveland, as both of these teams have cleared out the benches. Tyson going downhill to the rim. McConnell tried to take the charge. He picks up the shooting foul, though, so 2 free throws coming up here for the Cavs. Yeah, good question. I'm not entirely sure how long Sam Hauser will be out for. He was doubtful going into the previous game, so it's not like it was set in stone he was out. So I'll see if there's any timetable for that. Looks like he's iffy for Monday, according to RotoWire. So he was out during the last game. Iffy for Monday still, so not looking good tomorrow. Free throws were split there at the line for Cleveland. Sam Hauser questionable for Monday's game 4 against the Knicks. So he remains day to day. Looks like he is making progress. He was listed as doubtful for games 1 and 2. And now he's listed as questionable. So he's making some progress right now. Back to the free throw line will go Jalen Tyson for Cleveland. Wow, that number 12 for the Pacers looks like a really, really young Johnny Furphy. Played for Kansas last year. First free throw is good by Tyson. Joe, welcome back in, man. Your Pacers smashed them tonight. Rick Carlisle is the Pacers coach. Yeah, he's been in the league quite a bit. He was with Dallas. So he was with Dallas for 13 years, 2008 to 2021. So he's been the Pacers coach since 2021. I had to look up here. A long time ago, he played for the Celtics from 84 to 87. So he played back in the 80s, Celtics and then the Knicks in 87 and 88. But he's bounced around from team to team. He actually, this is his second go-around with the Pacers. He was the head coach 2003 through 2007 for Indiana. He had coached the Pistons before that from 01 to 03, and he was an assistant for Indiana before that too from 97 to 2000. Corner 3 is good by the Cavs. They had made a bucket previous to that as well. So that's a 5-zip run by Cleveland. Isaac Okoro with a corner 3, and it's 116 to 87. Well, it's good, Kane, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. This has been a blowout right from the start. 116-87 as we head to the timeout. Yeah, it was 80 to 39 at halftime. And the discussion in the chat here at halftime by a lot of people was can they come back? Is this possible? Can they come back? Some people in the chat was like, yeah, I actually think the Cavs can come back in this game. Some of the people were putting out, and it still hasn't been done. There's never been a 40-point comeback in NBA history. It's never been done. Largest comeback was in 1996. The Jazz came back by 36 and beat the Nuggets. I mean, there's going to be a comeback someday of 40 points. It's probably not going to be a playoff game, honestly, because these playoff games have turned into more like defensive, stylistic games, whereas this one's kind of been an outlier tonight. But a lot of the games have been just rock fights defensively, like that Nuggets-Thunder game this afternoon. The Nuggets scored just 9 points in the fourth quarter. They almost won the game. They ended up losing by just 5 today. It was back and forth in the third quarter. They hung in the fourth quarter. They were right in the game, and then the Thunder pulled away in the fourth quarter and won by just 5. 17-8. Yeah, the Nuggets scored just 8 points in the first quarter. 17-8 was the score in the first quarter. Yeah, I've got the Celtics winning the title. So I've got Celtics against Thunder in my finals bracket. Thunder really getting battle tested right now against Denver, though. They just won a close game today, so that's key for OKC. Because the talk for them is that they have been blowing out teams. Their point differential was massive, like historically good, top 10 of all time, and they just hadn't had experience playing close games. And for them to win that close game today, that's really a turning point for that Thunder team. I agree there. Anything is possible. Like, we're looking at most likely Eastern Conference Finals with Pacers Celtics. The Pacers are going in wanting revenge. I'm really concerned about KP. Like, Porzingis needs to get back to being healthy, because if he's not healthy for the conference finals, they threw out so many guys. The Pacers are going to play like 4 or 5 guys more than what the Celtics are going to do. Joe Mazzulla just isn't playing the bench here in the playoffs, and I'm concerned about that. Last year, he was playing guys like O'Shea Brissett, getting some minutes against the Pacers, which he's not on the team anymore. Donovan Mitchell did not play in the second half. What happened is he on-court shoot-around a couple minutes before the start of half number 2. He went down, said he had an ankle injury, and never returned for half 2. Kind of very, very odd for timing when that happened today. Yeah, I believe tomorrow after my stream, Joe. Feel free. Probably can only take it for a couple minutes though, because my time, I'm on East Coast time, and by the time I get wrapped up, it's like 10 o'clock. Usually on like a 7:30 game, it's gonna be like 10:15, probably. Jalen Tyson missed the 3 off the mark. It's the Pacers with a rebound out of the pack here. McConnell on top off the Shepherd. Shepherd attacks downhill to the rim. Blew the layup, tipped off the glass, and the rebound gets ripped away here by Javonte Green. The Cavs sprint up the floor, and they'll have free throws coming up with Javonte Green. What's good from Colombia? Fernando, thanks for joining in from Colombia. If you guys enjoyed the stream tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got 300 plus watching tonight for this one. Appreciate everybody for being a part of the stream. Real MVPs in the channel. I wish it was a much, much better game than this. Yeah, a lot of the games that I've been covering have been great. Tonight, though, oh man, this is just a terrible game. I'm going to take the Pacers in the next one to close it out in 5, honestly. I don't like the body language out of this Cavs team, and I had said at halftime when they were down 80-39, stick a fork in this team. I think they're done. I actually had the Cavs in my bracket, taking on the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, but based on what I've seen during this series and how they match up against Indiana, I just don't see it. I think the Pacers going to do it in 5 during the next game. Miss layup there as they got blocked from behind by Jarris Walker. He denied Javonte Green. Corner 3 by the Pacers. Furphy off the mark, no good. Log rebound controlled by Okoro. Okoro spin cycle inside the key. Okoro pushed out one player from behind, and that is an offensive foul. Yeah, so Mitchell with an ankle injury too. He needs to play in the next game. Like if he's not out playing in the next game, they're definitely toast for sure. Like they're done. They're gonna lose in 5 in the series. Story mode, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, brother. Runner, misfire, no goodbye. Indiana there. That was by Jarris Walker. Kevin Porter Jr. wide open 3, left it off the rim short. Ben Shepherd with a defensive rebound. We are under 6.5 minutes left to go right now. Gonna get this clock rolling once again, and the Pacers scored a layup up and in off the glass. 118-89. It is good by Ben Shepherd. Kevin Porter Jr. right back scores the layup. Just an absolute clinic tonight in this game for the Pacers. 22 total turnovers by Cleveland. That is not a winning method. Baseline dribble. Ben Shepherd scores for 2. I'm going to end this poll right now because it's 71-29 Pacers. But yeah, this game isn't even close. I'm just going to end it right now. Andrew, welcome back in. This, not good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They hadn't lost a game like this before this entire season. The largest loss was by 20 against the Thunder back in December. Open up the bank. Cha-ching! Ben Shepherd drills the 3. 123.91 as we approach the 5-minute mark left to go. Thanks so much for joining in, Janet. Really appreciate it with a sub. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm actually a Celtics fan, but I cover all different types of teams here. NBA throughout the playoffs, also college hoops as well. As we're down to 5:01 left. Free throws coming up here by the Cavs at the line. Ben Shepherd having a big fourth quarter, thriving in the moment right now, getting some playing time. 14 points off the bench by Ben Shepherd, 9 this quarter. There's just no mental toughness out of this Cavs team. It looks like they're completely down. I don't see any sort of, willingness to come on back in this series based on their body language. The body language was awful tonight by Cleveland. Indiana started off this game. This game started off extremely chippy. The Pacers got right into the mind of the Cavs. And the Cavs they just don't have it. There's just zero mental toughness. And now Mitchell, he's got an injured ankle. He might not even play during the next game. So the guy that dropped down 48 and 42, or 48 and 43 in the previous 2 games before this, isn't even playing. Plus Benedict Mathurin got ejected in the first quarter for Indiana. He led the team in the last game with 23. He's having a really good series. He didn't even play for 3 quarters tonight. And look at the score on the scoreboard. Everything right now equates to the Cavs are most likely done. If there is some signs of hope, the Golden State Warriors, they were trailing by 55 points against the Grizzlies. And then after that game, they bounced back. They won the series, and they won the NBA Finals. That was back in 2022. There was a game in there. I think it was a Game 5. But Golden State was up in that series. It wasn't like they were down to 1-3. I think Golden State was up in that series 3-1. And they bounced back, and they won in 6. I think that's what it was. They were up in that series when they lost that game. They just weren't motivated that game. Plus, I think Mike Brown, who then became the head coach of Sacramento, who got fired this season, he was the coach for that game because Steve Kerr was sick that game. So there was excuses there. So Steve Kerr didn't even coach that game. So right now we're on a stoppage in time here. I wish this was a much better game on the scoreboard than it was today. I've been covering a lot of great games. Last night, that T-Wolves Golden State game. That was a great game last night. If you enjoyed the content tonight, make sure to hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live tomorrow night. Celtics against Knicks for a big game 4 in that series. And yeah, I don't see the Knicks taking that one tomorrow. I think the Celtics are going to even it up at 2-2 after tomorrow. Yeah, that was in 2022, the postseason. Golden State. They were down by like 55 points against Memphis. Yeah, Golden State was up in that series 3-1. They were up in that series. So that was a closeout game for them. And it was a road closeout game. And Steve Kerr didn't coach that game. He was sick. They lost 134-95. And then they won the next game, bounced back and won on their home floor 110-96. If there's any positivity about Cleveland, they've been excellent at home this season. There's the opportunity right there. They're 34-7 on their home floor in the regular season, second best record in the league. Well, there's a chance to bounce back if you're the Cavs. Going to take it a game at a time, but this is not a good sign here, being down 1-3 against this deep of a team. I don't see guys like Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner. I don't see those type of guys. Benedict Mathurin. I don't see those guys choking a 3-1 series lead. I don't see it out of this Pacers team. Some of these teams, you can kind of sense it or so, but I don't see it out of this group of team. Well, that's good. Diamond McCraw, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in once again. Jorge, welcome in. I hope so tomorrow. I get the feeling the Celtics are going to win big once again. Just 2 off games from 3, and then they were on point from 3-point range. And they haven't even gotten the best out of Tatum just yet. Though Tatum played better. There's still room for improvement still for Tatum. Bounce pass offline, James Johnson. His teammate got held up there. Number 13, Tony Bradley, got held up by Jalen Tyson. Yeah, if somehow the series is Pacers-Knicks, I get a feeling the Pacers are going to destroy the Knicks. The Knicks just aren't deep enough to compete against the Pacers. And Pacers, they can get in the mind of Cat. Like, I don't think Cat's... That's... Like... They could get in the mind of him, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to respond right back. Like, they've got other guys that's really, really mentally tough on that team. Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, but if they get into the brain of Cat there, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to respond back, and he's such a key piece to the team there. I get the Celtics to win. Jalen Tyson, both of the free throws. So I get the Celtics over the Knicks. Yeah, no way it's gonna be a sweep. Nobody's gonna sweep the Pacers. That's for sure. This team is too fast, too deep. There's no way. This ball gets sent all the way to the backcourt of Indiana, scooped up by Jalen Tyson. Lob across the floor, thrown towards the corner of Coro. That pass pinwheels around. Kevin Porter Jr. comes away with it. We got 3 minutes still left to go. This game has been a drag tonight. I would sense, based on the score, that this is the final minute. We still got 3 minutes left to go. Tyson missed the first one. Second one tipped off the glass over to James Johnson for the defensive rebound. James Johnson, jumper, 18-footer, swoosh. Everybody making shots in this game for the Pacers. 127-99 with 2.5 minutes left to go. 11 different scores for Indiana. And they put 7 different guys in double figures as the Cavs drill a 3. James Johnson. Thought about the step back on Tyson off to Jarris Walker. Walker inside the paint, floats a ball. Runner, he got it to go. Good for 2. Yeah, I agree with that, Janet. There was a game against the Celtics. They closed out and won it late against Boston. That was back early on in the season. I remember I streamed that game. That was really impressive. And they had started out the season super slow. And I think everybody on the stream is, because I'm a Celtics fan, a lot of people that were Celtics fans on the stream was wondering, how in the world did we lose to this team? Well, the record that the Pacers had when the Celtics lost to them didn't do justice. Yeah, the Pacers were 2-3. They beat the Celtics in overtime on October 30th. I think they beat them again later on. Yeah, they did. They beat them when they were 16-17. 123-114 on December 29th. Coro up the floor, dunks it down with a 2-handed flush. Just want to do a comparison here. Pacers against Celtics this season. And then I'll do a comparison to the Knicks. Pacers went 2-1 against the Celtics this year. Yeah, the Celtics had a losing record, I think, to both the Pacers, but not only the Pacers, they also had a losing record to the Hawks as well. They got the Hawks early on in the season. They lost a couple of games when the Hawks were playing their best basketball in the first part of the year. The Pacers beat the Celtics by 9 and by 3 in overtime. And then the Celtics, the game in the middle, smashed the Pacers by 37. And the Celtics haven't played the Pacers since December 29th. So they haven't played them at all in 2025. And then the Knicks, they've played 3 games as well against one another. Pacers are 1-2 against the Knicks. They got them twice early on in the season and lost to them in the most recent game on February 11th by 13. October 26th, Game 2 of the season, Pacers, as we're running down here to the end of the game right now, 129-109. Pacers lost in the Knicks, Game 2 of the season, 123-98. Pacers beat the Knicks 132-121 on November 10th. And then the Knicks beat the Pacers 128-115 on February 11th. But teams that's gone up 3-1 in the series have gone on to win 95% of the time, 280-13 all time in the series. The Indiana Pacers go up 3-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 64 wins in the regular season for Cleveland. In the playoffs, not looking so good right now for the Cavs. The injury bug eliminated them for round 2 last year against the Celtics. The injury bug looks like, again, has taken the toll on Cleveland as the Pacers pick up a 20-point win. At one point, this game was just a blowout. 44-point lead at one point tonight. The Pacers led 80-39 at halftime by 41 points going into the half. Donovan Mitchell injured his ankle in an on-court shoot-around right before the start of the third quarter. Did not play in the entire second half. And he is a question mark going into a Game 5 in a elimination game for Cleveland on their home floor on Tuesday. 129-109. Cleveland, the 1 seed, on the ropes right now from being eliminated in round number 2. Thanks so much all for joining in. Appreciate you guys for being a part on the stream in this one. The Pacers shot 60% from the floor in the first half. This game was over very, very quickly. The Pacers shot 53% total for the game. 37 assists on 49 made field goals for Indiana. 37 assists to just 11 turnovers. The Cleveland Cavaliers had fewer assists than turnovers tonight. 20 assists to 22 turnovers and just 30 made shots. Whereas Indiana had more... They had more assists than made shots for Cleveland tonight. 37 assists by the Pacers, 30 made shots by the Cavs, and there was a plus 23 shot margin in this game. The Pacers outshot the Cavs 93-70 tonight in attempted shots. That's how many turnovers the Cavs had. They had 22 total turnovers in this game, and Cleveland, the 1 seed, in deep, deep trouble. 129-109 the final score. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. Appreciate you here for being a part on the stream. And we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. It's as low as $1.99 per month. That is posted in the pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video as well for anybody who would like to be part of the channel membership. Here we go with the channel members. We got Jason Bradley, Warren Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nisha Player, Asia Ice Baby, Katie Ogie, SGA Sports Talk, Lonely Satellite, Natural Nate, Mike, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, Mark, Jobo, and Michigan Sports. Thanks for joining in for this one, everybody. The Pacers up 3-1 in the series, about to stun the 1 seed Cleveland. There was no coming back in this one tonight for the Cavs. Body language was not so good either for Cleveland. And they're going into a Game 5 on Tuesday, hoping to turn things around. But Donovan Mitchell with an injured ankle, not sure if he'll be able to go for Tuesday night in a single game elimination, or in an elimination game for the Cavs that is down 1-3 in the series. Pacers up 3-1. Thanks for joining in, everybody. 1 win away from the conference finals for Indiana once again for back-to-back years. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night here, folks.